Welcome. Welcome to Thoughts Roundup. Thank you for one more day of taking your time to come and listen to the little program. Well, we have none other than Brother Buxton from out in California. Thank you. California seems like a long ways from anywhere sometimes.
Sometimes it's like its own universe.
It's out there spinning.
It's out there spinning, out there on that left coast.
But you know the thing about it is, Brother Buxton, before you get too high and mighty with California, you're from Louisiana, aren't you?
Well, my dad's from Louisiana.
Oh, you never did live in
Oh, well, I've lived there, but I wasn't born there. I was born in Los Angeles, in Pasadena. Yeah, so I'm really a native Southern Californian. My wife's from Louisiana, if that counts.
Now, what part does she from?
My wife's from Lake Charles.
That's right.
My dad's from Starks.
Yeah. And Starks is a...
That's another world of its own.
It's spun out of control.
It is out of control.
You know, I preached a lot at Starks.
Down in the Sabine River Swamp.
Sabine River Swamp.
Yeah.
And that's right. Well, how long have you pastored out there?
Well, where I am now, you know, about 3 years ago, my son now is the pastor, and I'm the bishop. But we went there in 1994.
That's close to San Diego.
In Chula Vista, yeah, we're about 12 minutes from the airport, San Diego Airport.
And isn't that, what's the name of the place where the UDT, underwater demolition train?
The Navy SEALs in Coronado.
That's where
That's due west, right across the bay.
Yeah, my brother trained, he was a SEAL.
Really?
Of course, they called them frogmen.
Frogmen then, yeah.
And that's where he trained. And I took my basic training for the Navy there at San Diego.
Did you really?
Yeah. Let me tell you, one of the most lonely places. They had an old place, I don't know if they still have it or not. They call it Camp Elliott. Well, when you was training there in San Diego, you had to go 4 weeks at Camp Elliott. And it was I think it was an old Marine camp out there that was abandoned. And that's what they wanted. They wanted you to have it as rough as you could.
My.
And
I've heard stories of Camp Elliott.
Have you?
But it's not there anymore.
Oh, it's not? But you've heard stories.
Heard stories.
Camp Elliott, I'd be out there on watch at middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, a gun with no bullets in it, and you could hear those, what cats howling, what do you call it, bobcats or whatever it is, I forgot. But oh boy, scary.
A gun with no bullets.
Oh yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, well, what the deal is, they're just training you to carry a gun.
With no bullets.
I guess.
I know people like that.
Yeah, the gun, no bullets. I tell you what I think. I think they're afraid probably you get so long out there you kill yourself. Well, listen, how long did you pastor?
We were there in 94. We started in 94.
And
close to 30 years.
Close to 30 years?
There, yes.
Now, you do a lot of missionary work.
Yes, sir, I do. And have for about 40 years.
40 years. Now, how often do you go overseas or abroad?
3 to 4 times a year.
Yeah.
We've been back country. We've been back in country about 6 weeks, and we leave this coming Saturday. So 6 more days. I'll leave again. I will be going back to the Philippines, and then we've got some brand new churches to dedicate, and I've got some legal work to do in Manila, and then from there we're going back to South Korea, and then from South Korea to Thailand. So I'll be gone about 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
This trip.
And how long has it been since you was actually home? Or did you just leave home?
No, I left home. I've been in and out the whole 6 weeks we've been back. Yeah, been in and out.
Well, let's get into the important and pertinent stuff. Are you playing any golf at all?
I've played one game of golf this year, and that was last week. And I had some brand new clubs that I'd never hit. And so I played the first game in a year with clubs I'd never hit, and I broke my 3-iron trying to punch out around a tree, and I couldn't stop it.
You hit
Snapped the shaft. I don't know if that was God or the devil or me hitting a tree.
Yeah, I think you just hit a tree.
Probably hit a tree.
I think you just hit, or either I heard a sound said, "Duh." But I enjoy what little I've got to play golf with you.
We've had a good time.
Yeah,
We had a good
that
time.
last time was a hoot.
The last time was a hoot. And we need to do it again.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'll tell you what, I found the greatest course. I played out in California with what we call the Michigan Mafia group.
Right.
You know, bunch of preachers. Well, I played out there, and we had to pay a lot of money to play, and more than we should have. And years ago, I didn't like the course even, but I found a course that'll cost near as much, and it's so great. Alexandria, Louisiana.
Really?
If you ever get a chance to go to the links on the bayou, Alexandria, Louisiana, it is something else. You just love it.
Did you go with us that time we went into Mexico?
No.
With part of the Michigan Mafia? We played what they call the Mexican Pebble Beach down there?
Well, in Mexico, no, I didn't go to Mexico.
Okay.
But I've been on every one of the mafia group, Michigan Mafia bunch. You sure? It must have been just Nate.
It was, yeah, but it was some of them, but it wasn't the whole group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I've got me one club. But anyway, we don't want to talk all night about the golf, but
About the evil game of golf.
evil game.
What have you been doing?
Well, I've just been preaching. I've been preaching everywhere. I ain't been home in, I guess, almost 2 months. Just been on the road. I miss my wife so bad. She loved y'all.
We loved her.
I remember she loved those little old puppies y'all had.
Yeah, my puppies.
And but you know, I go back home and I think, well, I want to go home. Well, I see my grandkids, my kids, and then after that, I'm still just alone wherever I'm at. So I'd really rather be doing something
I understand that.
than just hanging out at the house. And that's of course, I've seen those 4 walls and the paint's dry.
It's all dry.
It's all dry. So,
You know, home is, as you know, definitely more than just a building and a
No.
structure. Without someone to make memories with, it's just not a home.
That's it, right, John. That's exactly right. Well, your wife is doing well?
My wife is doing well. This next month we will celebrate 46 years of marriage. Next month. That's a long time to be married to me.
But you know, well, I would say that, but she must like it. She has an option.
Yeah, she has an option. Thank God she's never exercised it.
So now, how old is your son that's pastor?
He is 44.
Now tell me, do you still every once in a while get old Volkswagen buses and fix them up?
You know, I have a shop. You've been to my shop.
Oh yeah.
And there are 3 men that work down there every day. I don't anymore because I just don't have time. But yeah, they're still down there.
So it keeps them pretty busy.
Oh, they're busy. They're
Well, now,
probably backed up probably 2 years.
way back in the day, it was hard for you to find those, but you just keep coming up with them.
You know, we still find them every now and then. We look every day. I still look. No matter what part of the world I'm in, I
every
look.
time I see one, I think of you now. But I've done lost track of what year.
1949 to 1967
49
to 67.
67.
67 was the last year of the split window.
And that's the bus.
The bus. Split window buses. 49 to 67.
You know, let me write that down because my mind is really pretty shabby. Let's see.
49 to 67.
Volkswagen.
It's a split window bus, so it's got a 2-piece windshield. 1968, they called them bay windows. So they're a 1-piece windshield. But we collect the 49 to 67s, which are the 2-piece windshield.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see, the split windows. That's great. I used to look for them. And
You know what? I've been blessed. A lot of people, you know, in the world of Pentecost knows it's something I've done for missions for many years. And they'll call me. And they've helped me find them and buy them. And
when I find one, I want a high dollar.
well, of course.
Finder's fee.
I'll put that dollar up on a ladder. It'll be real high. Finder's fee.
Can't get around you.
You know what? They're hard to find
Oh,
anymore. They've got so collectible.
You know, I've talked on the program. This is getting close to 600 programs I've made.
How neat.
Yeah, and I've talked about everything, but it's took a long time to get around to Volkswagen buses.
I've got a car you would like.
What's that?
A 1951 Henry J.
Oh, I remember the Henry J.
I got a Henry J, but I'm building about a 600 horsepower old Hemi. I got a 392 Hemi motor that I'm building.
Hemi.
Yeah, Chrysler Hemi motor.
Yeah, but I didn't know this old. The Hemis. Yeah. Okay, now let's get back. You got a
Henry J.
Henry J. You know they didn't make them long,
4 years.
did they? And there was a
Sears and Roebuck catalog.
SARS cars.
They were horrible cars.
They were horrible cars.
You bought them out of Sears and Roebuck catalog.
Is that right?
Yeah. You know what Henry J stood for? Henry J. Kaiser.
Oh, is that right? They made one in his honor, and it didn't work.
Henry J. Kaiser. Neat little car.
Now, you talking about the Sears Roebuck catalog. Have you seen any of those lately?
No, I have not. When's the last time you saw a catalog of anything?
In the outhouse.
Well,
in the outhouse.
that really predated me.
Yeah, but they had them in Starks.
They had them in Starks. They had them in Starks.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want everybody to pray for you
Yes.
on your mission trips.
Yes, I would appreciate that.
And all that. And go ahead, if you've got it right on top of your head, in case I got to where I realize people are traveling and visiting, and some people are just having kind of drive around not knowing what to do. What about your church? Give us the address of the home church.
The church's name is Hilltop Tabernacle,
Hilltop,
346 L Street,
L Street.
Chula Vista, 91911.
Okay.
And we have Sunday morning at 10 a.m., Sunday evening at 6:30, and then Tuesday night, 7:30.
Okay. Well, that's good. Maybe somebody be driving through and
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Wonderful.
just go to a little Buxton service.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
I enjoyed
Love
it
you,
with
Brother Marler.
Always think about you and love you. I remember whenever Kobe was here, you sent me a love offering, and I thank you for that.
I love you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you, folks, for listening to the chatter. God bless you.